Wazagi, it's UTX Untamed Rush. And man, first things first, the Heat, they won the finals. I just have to say that I'm glad for LeBron. I'm glad for the city of Miami. I'm glad for the hardcore fans, diehard fans, because like I tell you guys all the time, I'm not a true Heat fan. Wherever LeBron goes, that's who I'm gonna root for. And he so happens to be the Heat, and I'm glad he finally got his first ring. And it's more for him. It's more to silence the haters and things like that. And people are already trying to take it away from him, saying that the refs. But the refs in Game 6, or not Game 6, Game 5 last night, they weren't giving them calls. They were giving OKC calls. And even so, like flopping and all that Harden was doing and things like that. I mean, it happens. But they were getting the calls. It wasn't the other way around. If you wanted to argue or debate, and I'm going to talk about the gameplay, but I really just want to talk about this, If you want to argue and debate something, you could debate Game 2, where LeBron did foul Durant. That was clearly a foul. It was clearly a blown call. But at the end of the day, that it is what it is, and there's nothing you could do about it, If they would have looked it over and they would have reviewed it, then maybe we could be talking right now. We'd probably be going to Game 6. Or maybe the series would have gone a different direction. I don't know. But it didn't happen that way. The Heat won, and I'm glad for LeBron. He got his ring. And I don't feel like it's going to stop here, regardless of how much talent there is in the league. The off-season is going to be a different thing. Also, we got to see how the Heat come back with their roster. Mike Miller, big shout out to him, because that man hit 7 threes. Like, he had a big game, and you see the pain that he's going through with his back, and he needs to retire. To play like that all banged up is not a good thing, especially when you got family and stuff to take, to think about. He might as well just go out like this and just go out in his prime. Well, not his prime, but at the peak. Perfect time to leave, when you just had this performance of your life, in the finals to win the game. And he played a big part. And LeBron, that was the other thing. LeBron didn't have the teammates that he had teammates, but they didn't have that clutch. Instinct about them. Like, they had to be playmakers. They had to be role players. LeBron averages, I don't know how many assists he averages, but the thing is that the man is an assist machine. You know what I'm saying? He'll find the open man and get them the ball, and they can score. So, I don't know, man. Just congratulations to them. Congratulations to all the big Heat fans out there. And I'm just glad for LeBron. But to speak about the gameplay, this one right here is Donya Fortress. This is like this map and Zeba Tower. I'm torn between the two because I kind of like them equally. Scrap Metal, like I told you guys already, is my favorite map. Just because it's kind of like the most Call of Duty-esque in a way. And it's not that I want Call of Duty. I don't want Battlefield to be Call of Duty. It's just kind of reminds me of one of the Call of Duty maps. And it's kind of cool to have a map like that. Also, the fact that it's the warehouses, things like I was telling you guys about in that previous video, on how the map is just like some place where I would like to see be a map, and it is, and it's the authenticity. And this map here, it reminds me of Scarface, Colombiana, and the score. And the score, the only reason the score is because that inside pool right here in this area, straight ahead, there's the pool here, and it reminds me of I can't believe that's such a disrespect how much I love The Godfather, and I can't remember this man's name. But there was a scene there where he's in the pool, and I feel stupid for not knowing his name right now. I feel like should be ashamed. But Donya Fortress is a good map, and the close quarter maps are all fun. They all have their own little touch to them. I love the way the conquest domination plays out. There's always competitive games. It could go either way. If a team pulls together, it does take a lot of teamwork. It does take holding down flags, and by holding down flags, I don't mean camping flags. It's just playing the flag. You have certain points here where it does become super Call of Duty, where I believe last night I was playing with Trotsky, and we would start catching up and we would start taking the lead, and then the other team would just start camping the flags, and it was just like, it gets frustrating because you just think of Call of Duty and how much that pisses me off. But all in all, it's fun. And if you guys notice where I put my my spawn beacon most of this game. I think I end up moving it later, but I've been putting it right here on the outside of A. And the only reason I do that is because I get a play for A, which A is really out of play here. You know, everybody plays the B and C because they're so close to each other and they're so easy to access from each other, you know. So A is kind of hard to defend sometimes because it's so far away and you really don't want to go that route. But you really can guard it from the second floor of C through the windows. You could look over. But it's just, you know, a lot of times people don't do that. They just don't play the flag, you know. That flag is rarely touched. Usually it's capped, and it's capped for a while by one team, and then when another team, like say one team can't cap B or C, they go for A just to switch the momentum a little bit. So the reason I put the spawn beacon and not the spawn beacon here when I put it outside, because I just moved it. I don't know why I moved it to that location. I think I wanted to make a better play for C. Which in the next video I'll show you where I've been putting it now. I've been kind of putting it in the corner of this pool area here, which allows me to access B and C or just cut people off from going from B to C after they cap it, you know, and it kind of helps me hold that down. But you know, and that's the reason why I put I was putting the spawn beacon outside, is because it gave me a play for A. I was able to see people go into B, and it gave me that access route to B. And then I had that long line of sight to C through the main doorway, or I could flank around the right, which nobody ever really pays attention to. A lot of times when people cap that flag, they cap it from the corner, and they don't have a view of that left side corner, or a lot of times they don't look that way because so many people come from the right side upstairs stairs, and they come from the downstairs pool area, and then they come from B. And the thing is, when you come from B from the inside, you could only access from the middle hallway or that right doorway. So a lot of times people pay attention to that, and they don't pay attention to that right side flank. I wish I could see this doorway here. The middle doorway is, you know, you get that long line of sight to see from that spawn beacon that I was putting outside. But if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, just ask me to maybe break it down better. Hopefully you guys follow. But you know, all in all, this map is great, man. I really like it. It's just I like scrap metal better, and I'm torn between this one and Zebra Tower. I mean, I like Zebra Tower because it's a U shape, you know, it's a U shape, the way that the building goes, and it's I don't know, it's a fun map too, you know. But I just like this map because of the design, you know. It's more the setting of where they put the map, you know. It looks like what looks to be a mansion. I would hope so, but maybe it's not a mansion. Maybe it's like a big resort, which that could pass for that. And you know, I'm really enjoying the close quarters double XP this weekend for premium players, which that'll be fun. Look at this right here. I pick up like a 3-piece, and then I come back, I die, I get revived, I pick up I think another 2-piece, and then I back up and I get some suppression kills. And I got saved twice right here. But this is basically the end of the gameplay, and you see right here I get this guy, then I come up for the knife, bam, and then I start getting shot because the guy got revived in front of me, and I get saved by my teammate. But again, congratulations to the Heat, LeBron, Wade, you know, everybody else, Bosch. I've been watching the coverage, and you see the final score. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.